No, hold on. I didn't just come to Jamaica. I finally made it to Kingston!
So let's talk about the Diddy trial. The Diddy trial is one of the craziest celebrity trials that we have seen, especially in my lifetime. And so I've been watching it, just like most people, been watching it to see what is going to happen to Diddy, if he's going to be convicted and serve life in prison. But I had no intention of doing any reaction to it until yesterday. So yesterday, day 6, Cassie's former friend came out with some bombshell testimony. With one of those testimony involved an abusive incident that took place in Jamaica. So I'm like, they said Jamaica, so I'm going to have to talk about it. So let's talk about it. So I've seen some crazy celebrity trial in my lifetime, and I don't think it gets crazier than this. Like, this trial is like gut-wrenching. Most of the details is like hard to watch, hard to listen. And this is just the second week, heading into the second week, and it is a crazy trial. We have seen the Michael Jackson trial, that was one of the biggest celebrity trials of all time. We saw the Bill Cosby trial, the R. Kelly, and now we're witnessing the Diddy trial. And as I said, I had no intention of talking about this because I pretty much cover what happens in the Caribbean and in the Caribbean diaspora. But day 6, yesterday, Carrie Morgan, a former best friend of Cassie, she took the stance, and before the lunch break, she gave some account of 2 incidents, and one in particular that I'm interested in is an incident that took place in Jamaica when they were good friends, but they're not good friends anymore. But she accounted for this incident on a trip to Jamaica years ago, and this is Carrie Morgan's account for that incident that took place in Jamaica years ago.
Also taking the stand today, Cassie Ventura's former best friend, Carrie Morgan. She described witnessing Combs assaulting Cassie twice. The first time in a home Combs was renting in the Hollywood Hills. Morgan testified that, quote, "I saw him push her. I'm pretty sure he hit her." The second time allegedly happened in Jamaica. Morgan says they were in the bar area of a home when, quote, "I heard her screaming." She recalled guttural, terrifying screams. Combs faces the possibility of life in prison if convicted. He's pleaded not guilty and has denied all wrongdoing.
So this is definitely new information. We have not heard anything in the case up until now about Jamaica and this incident in Jamaica. And I'm not sure if the prosecution, if they were keeping this in their back pocket to surprise Diddy's lawyer. But this is like new bombshell testimony coming out of this case. And I'm not sure if this is going to add to the allegations of trafficking. We know that there's allegations of going across state lines, and there are like even suggestion of going to Bahamas, I think. But Jamaica, this is the first time we're hearing anything about Jamaica and this incident. And just to give a little bit more details about what happened on that day, here's another clip.
Before the lunch break, the jury also heard the beginning of testimony from Carrie Morgan. Now, this is Cassie's former best friend. Carrie dropped her own set of jaw-dropping details, including an incident in Jamaica where Cassie let out what she calls guttural screams after being allegedly abused by Diddy for taking too long in the bathroom. The screams were so horrifying, they hid in a ditch behind a tractor, afraid and too traumatized to come out because of Diddy's rage. Now, Carrie also recounted that being at Cassie's home during the infamous 2016 Continental incident, the hotel video. When Cassie showed up to her home, she had a black eye, dropped her bags, and barely said a word. Then minutes later, Diddy arrived, banging on the door with a hammer in his hand. The police were called. They asked for ID, but Cassie refused. The officers ended up leaving and they gave them a business card. But then after that, we don't know what happened because there was never an incident report, at least to our knowledge.
Okay, so that was a little bit more on the alleged incident that took place in Jamaica. And Carrie Morgan seemed to be a more credible witness when you compare her to like Don Richards, because the difference is like Carey Morgan, she used to be a friend of Cassie. They no longer speak. And from all indication from what we're getting in the courtroom is that the reason why they're not friends anymore, best friends anymore, is because of the environment that was around Puffy, and she didn't want to be a part of that. Another thing is that she is, unlike Don Richard, she's not a part of any civil lawsuit. So she's not there to get the bag. She's not there for the money. So this seemed to be like a big win for the prosecution. And to add to that is that I think that the timeline, everything that she said about the incident in Jamaica can easily be corroborated because there are video clips of Diddy in Jamaica at the time at a concert. And I did some research and I found those clips. So just take a look.
What, Jamaica? Jamaica! No, hold on. I didn't just come to Jamaica. I finally made it to Kingston!
Yes, so that clip was Puff Daddy at the time performing in Jamaica, and that is over 10 years ago. And that pretty much lined up with the incident that Carey Morgan was talking about in the courtroom. So there's like video evidence, and there's a timeline there of the time that could easily corroborate the incident in Jamaica. And Puff Daddy, or Diddy, is no stranger to Jamaica. He's been there like on numerous occasions. Actually, the last time I saw them there was like 1996 when before Biggie Small died. That was like about 5 months before Biggie Smalls died, and they were in Jamaica to perform at Sting at the time, and that was shortly after an accident. I remember like it was yesterday. Biggie Smalls there in a wheelchair performing at Sting. And that was the last time like I saw both of them in Jamaica at the time. So he's no stranger to Jamaica. And he also signed Jamaican artists because Elephant Man was one of the Jamaican dancehall artists when Elephant Man was in his prime at the time. Elephant Man was like the biggest dancehall artist in Jamaica at the time, or in the world. Elephant Man was pretty much dominating international music awards and stuff like that. And he was signed to Bad Boy at the time when he did an album for Bad Boy Records. And Elephant Man, a lot of Jamaican artists have been asked about this thing, the Diddy parties and stuff like that in recent times since this case came out. And this is Elephant Man talking about his experience with Puff Daddy.
No, ask you this question before we move away from Bad Boy. Have you ever been to a Diddy party?
Well, the problem with that now is like Puff Daddy was always on the move. So me never get fit make the party with him, because when me the America, if me not there at the studio, I finish up the album, I'm doing a dancehall show. So me always on the dancehall side, I do my dancehall show them, and Puffy, him just there all over the place, him because even when we did the video, me and Wycliffe did the 5-0 video, he was supposed to in it, but him all over the place, him there did have time to come there. So me and him never get to make the party yet. Like, me never get to go at the party them, and them thing there. So I just that, but me glad.
Here at Carib 21, I'm on a mission to showcase the vibrant culture and the breathtaking beauty of the Caribbean while showcasing our culture and what is trending. If you want to support me on this mission, please subscribe. And if you also want to support, you can hit the comment section and buy me a cup of coffee. In order to buy me a cup of coffee, you can follow these instructions. Just click more. You will see the link to buy me a cup of coffee. Click the link. You can purchase 1 or 2 cups of coffee, and you'll be helping me to fulfill this mission. Thank you. Okay, so that was Elephant Man answering questions about the Diddy party, because it's important to note that a lot of people now have been trying to distance themselves from Diddy because of these allegations. And this is just one of the, as I said, we have seen big celebrity trials before, but nothing as gut-wrenching as this. Like, this one is hard to watch. Like, the details are just so graphic in this trial. It is just crazy, and it shows you like the dark side of Hollywood, the dark side of the music industry. And it is just sad that, you know, this is happening. And I don't know what else is going to come up if this information from Kerry Morgan about the incident in Jamaica, if this is going to lead to any more investigation of anything taking place outside of America, whether it's in Jamaica or whether in Bahamas or whatever island that Diddy would frequent, if this is going to add any more value to this case. So guys, sound off in the comment section and let me know what are your thoughts about this trial so far. Do you think that Diddy is going to be sentenced to life? I see in the case so far, there are people now starting to question Cassie as to why would she stay in something like that, and people are questioning her value or worth, and that maybe she was just in it because of the celebrity status, and she pretty much put herself in in a position to be abused. So I don't know where you are in this. Do you think that Diddy is going to serve a life sentence? Do you think that Cassie should take any responsibility for staying in this because of her music career? You know, I don't know what you think, but sound off in the comment section and let me know your opinion on this one. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing content. And remember, peace. I'm out.